better be ready. Oh, I gotta unmute you.
Yeah, unmute me.
Now you're unmuted.
That is always a good idea to unmute me before we go live.
Yeah. Unmuted. Oh, I have all my dice. I didn't even sort, so I'm gonna shake 600 dice in front of me.
Who's your daddy? Tom Norman, you aren't even looking. Come on.
No, I saw it out of this corner of my eye. I was grabbing mine. It's right. I'm a beast without my coffee. I'm a funny guy.
You're a fun guy? What?
Yeah, that too.
A mushroom? Mushrooms!
Welcome to Two Nerds One Quest. I am Norm. That is JC.
Hello, everybody.
And I see Bombats, who is talking to me and calling me a liar.
Bombats.
And I see
Because you said it was still morning.
he's in Germany, so it is afternoon for him.
He's clearly across the pond.
Yes.
So, that's what happens when you keep strange hours in America. You meet people across the pond.
A pond, the pond.
One direction or the other.
Your mom's pond.
Your mom has a pond. And there's the lazy dragon.
Yes. And
fresh off a 3.5 hour combat Friday night. That was an interesting thing.
One battle?
One battle, 3.5 hours. 75% of my session on Friday night was one battle. It was a Mad Max style chase scene.
That sounds really fun.
It was, yeah. And I got to bust this out, which I felt bad for the lazy dragon because he's been quarantining himself. But I busted this bad boy out for the chase. It was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty great. It opens up. It's got room for dudes in it and everything. It was so much fun.
That's cool.
It didn't make the last jump though, so it ended up in a canyon. The bottom of it on fire, flaming. So.
And fuego.
In fuego. So if they're lucky, they may find another one. If you look up how much that costs, you'll realize they're gonna find another one. I can't afford to buy a miniature like that for one session. That will get used again somewhere. Whether it's the other guys that are attacking them or whatnot, that will be used again for sure.
That would probably be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. It's like hard. It's hard justifying buying like some of these dragons. Like it's like, okay, yeah, you buy the dragon, you have one combat with him, and then it's over. And then it sits on your shelf. And granted, this thing looks badass sitting on my shelf, but I want to use it again.
Lazy Dragon. I don't know if we want Lazy Dragon driving.
No.
Especially with this character, if he's as dumb as he seems.
I had one character who was proficient in land vehicles. I was like, really? You're actually proficient? Yep, okay. So, we left on a scream.
Yes, we did. Yeah, so I am, if you're looking at the map, I am on the south side, kind of by the corner.
Not around where he has vision of Eliana.
Nope. Or the person in the... I think I'm still at a visual sight of whoever it is we're after.
Yep.
There's a boar by Ellie, and it just is about to do something or just did something.
Something went poof, and she screamed.
As one normally does when it goes poof.
Yep. And, initiative-wise, Aronan, it is your go.
Is it?
It is your go.
Okay, so...
So, would you like to see what happened? Just step out from behind the house.
Yeah. So, I heard something, right? I heard a scream?
Yes. You heard Eliana scream. In particular, Eliana scream.
Alright. So, I'm going to creep up the 10 feet to the corner of the house where the fence and the house meet.
Okay.
And I'm going to peek. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to pull out my bow and arrow to strike at lady face, whatever her name is.
Okay, you're able to sneak around the house and get to where you are. Make a stealth check for me.
God damn it, I'm gonna trip.
Just
I feel like I jinx myself every time I try to do something.
don't say you're gonna trip. Say out. Sure, yeah, I'll make it.
I am going to not trip.
Notice I say don't give me one. I say make one.
Oh, let's see here. I have to pull up my.
Make the stealth check. Don't fail it.
Yeah, right. Hold that thought. Come on. Oh boy. So, how is this gonna work? I did not think this through. Oh, there we go. Good. Now I know how it's gonna work. I just have to pull my tabs apart because it was showing my D&D character instead of your face for a second.
You may want to put them back together if it's showing your D&D character instead of my face. I'm just saying.
All right, it's, stealth.
Stealth.
11.
11. Ooh. So you are sneaking along the side of the house and you kick a rock or something just as you're peeking around the corner. And you peek around the corner to lock eyes with where there was this female druidish looking thing fighting Eliana that you guys are fighting along with the board. There's now a male one staring at you that has a couple of wounds in him, like he might have been shot with arrows or something. Doesn't take a genius to figure this out, that this might have been the boar.
Oh.
You've heard of stuff like this before.
So that's new.
Yeah. And he like I said, he locks all eyes with you and he's ready to fight.
How far away from he is me? How far away from me is he?
30 feet.
Okay.
Ish. Wait, that's 25. No, he's probably about 50 feet. Sorry. Still within your range of your bow.
So the boar that was by the fence line is the one that shapeshifted, or they all did?
Just the one. There was one that took off running,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is the one that stuck around and was kind of fighting.
Yep. Okay. All right. Definitely shooting at. So she still has her back to me, right?
Yes, the one still has her back to you.
So would I have advantage on her if she has her back to me?
She's actually in melee range with Eliana. Actually, they both are. You'll get your sneak attack because they're both in melee range. He with the spiritual weapon and she with Eliana.
I need more dice. All right. D6. So am I shaking 2 20s then?
No, you don't have advantage.
So how does...
Yes, you do. Never mind. No. Crap. You don't have advantage. You get your sneak attack, though. Is that how that works? The hell? Oh, Tom Norman, I've played so much D&D lately, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I would think you would know this thing by now.
You would think I would have this memorized because I've been playing with you for 13 sessions now. That this is... Genius, help me out, please. Have the lazy dragon. I forget it. You need... Oh, no, you get sneak attack. That's what I'm looking at.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage. On the attack roll, you don't need advantage. Oh. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
So, yes, you don't have advantage on the attack roll, but you get your sneak attack damage because they have someone in combat with them. I had it right. I know what I'm talking about. It's just early.
Do you?
I need more coffee.
So I'm rolling 2d6. Yeah. Make sure I grab the right dice. Alright, I'm going to shoot at her because her back is to me.
Okay.
Sneak attack! 23.
Yes, that absolutely hits her. for how much damages?
13.
13 damages. And that brings her to there. All right. Then let's see, it's their turn then. He is going to come running towards you.
Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me.
He is going to double move and get right up in your face. But because he double moved, he cannot swing at you.
Sweet.
He does not have a bonus action, it seems. Okay. She is going to swing at Eliana. Which would be let's see. The attack roll is a 17 to hit Eliana, which does make sure I got this right. Yeah, only a single attack. Okay. I've read so many stat blocks lately. It's like, what does this have double attacks? So it hits Eliana. She hits Eliana for 5 points of damages. Eliana's feeling a bit woozy, man. Eliana comes around to her turn. She has her spiritual weapon. The skewer. It was
the skewer of Lathander.
The skewer of Lathander. So her skewer of Lathander is going to skewer the lady. It was going to skewer the boar, but she's going to skewer the lady. I need her spell list here. Sorry about this.
Nope, you're good. I'm looking for my D8 for my next swipe at life.
So she 16 to hit, which hits for 9 points of damages with the spiritual weapon. And then she is going to proceed to swing her mace to the face.
In the face.
In the face. Oh, when she took damage, she needed to... Oh, no, she didn't. That's not a concentration spell. That's right. Mace to the face. Just hits her. 13 is the AC of them, and she rolled a 13.
Oh, nice.
So her damages with the mace to the face. She actually uppercuts. She's got her shield up, and she got uppercuts with that mace and catches it under the chin and knocks it back. And you see the jaw kind of shatter and blood spray back over her head as she falls back unconscious or dead for all intents and purposes. Aronan, this guy has come charging at you with the double move. He's growling at you. He's got these hook-like arm things. It's kind of an arm gauntlet with a handle that's got 2 piercing hooks coming out of it, and he looks like he's about to slash at you with them.
Like a combination of Wolverine / what's his name from Street Fighter?
Very much, yeah. Yes, except there isn't a third one. It's just on the outsides of his fist that those come up. In fact, I can do this. That's not how I wanted to do it. Let me do this. Take this and drop it there. And send. This is what he looks like.
Ew, he's ugly.
Yeah, he's kind of ugly. But he's staring at you. He's ready to swing. It's your turn.
Ew. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's got something in his teeth.
Ugh. It just keeps looking at me from my side computer.
Ooh, I know how to torment Norm now when he's fighting stuff.
Yeah, it just popped up again. Great. So I'm going to pull out my rapier.
Okay.
And
Swing away. Yes? No? Maybe?
I'm thinking.
What are you doing?
Well, the thoughts. I haven't played with my dual wielding daggers yet.
Ooh. Well, you can rapier and dagger at the same time.
Can I?
Because they're both finesse. Yeah, they're both finesse weapons, so you can rapier and dagger. Now, when you're doing it, because you don't have the two weapon fighting feat, when you swing, when you take the attack action, you can use the bonus action to swing with your offhand, but you don't get to add any bonuses to it for damage wise.
So I don't get the +4 for
Correct.
offhand?
So it would just be the 1d4 for the offhand.
Okay.
So you'd have your 1d8 +4 for your main hand with your attack action.
Yep.
And then your bonus action is it's not light, it's finesse. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. It's finesse. Correct. Yes, you do have to do 2 daggers in order to do that. You are correct. Genius. Is it both that have to be light or just the offhand? I thought it was just the offhand. I may be wrong on that though.
Also, side note, hello, monkey bananas.
So honestly, if it is truly what Genius just said, you don't gain a whole lot by doing it. Unless you have the 2-weapon fighting skill. Because your daggers are 1d4 +4.
Yep.
So you'd have 1d4 +4. Actually, you'd gain a better percentage. That's what it is.
Run that last sentence by me again.
You gain a better percentage. 2d4 is better than 1d8.
And that's kind of what I was looking at because I'm getting the +4.
Because you definitely will roll a 2. There's no way to roll a 1 with the 2d4 +4 for your attack action and bonus action. Unless you want to use your bonus action to disengage and get away from him. That's the only thing I could think of that would. But that is up to you.
So how close is he to me?
He's standing in your face.
He is in my face. So
if you drew daggers, that would be a good idea to stab him.
So is he's on the other side of the fence for me?
No, he came around the fence. He's like face to face with you.
Okay.
He double moved. He used his action and his movement to get to you.
All right. I'm going to double dagger him.
Good morning, monkey bananas. Welcome to the chaos.
That makes me laugh. It just seemed random, like a random thrown together.
I just saw a message in there.
Oh, you didn't hear me say hi?
Her message? I didn't hear you say hi earlier. No, I apologize.
I literally said it in the break that you were talking when you were doing something, and then I said hi, and then you just shouted it, which made it seem even funnier.
My mind was into whatever I was doing. I don't do the streaming thing as much as you do. I only do it on Sunday mornings, so I'm not used to interacting with chat as much yet.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
Absolutely. Actually, it's all the technical stuff. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Free of charge.
We're at a net loss right now.
Yeah, right. So I am going to do...
Not in enjoyment, though. And that's where we're getting paid.
All right.
Shake it up, baby, now.
I'm going to dual dagger him.
Twist and shout. So this will be 2 attacks. So you have 2 d20s in there?
Oh, no.
Don't actually do it, because one makes it more and one makes it less. Or a plant lamp.
Plant lamp.
So roll 1 d20 at a time. Because your first attack is going to get your bonus. I suppose it really doesn't matter. Because... Yeah, it does. Because your first attack, if it misses, you don't get your bonus. It does matter.
And Crazy Cooch. Everybody's joining the fun today.
Hell yeah. So...
Actually, you can put a price on happiness, Cooch. It's quite low, though.
If you
say, you say what you were going to say. You say it.
It's a bit early. Um,
Oh, come on, man.
I don't know where I heard it. Someone once said happiness is BJ. So
Well, that's. I thought it was gonna be something more like
it might have been Kevin Smith.
thought
Honestly,
provoking.
that
That sounds about right.
seems very Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm.
It was either that or a flashlight. One of the two things.
All right. You know what? Let's go back to the game.
now we're getting to the point where Norm's ready to roll. So if you roll 2d20s, make sure that you have a way to differentiate them and call one as your first strike. One of the colors.
All right. These two are going together. They're the same color. Yeah, so profound. So this is going to be my first shake, which is my strong hand.
Yep, your main hand.
18.
18 absolutely hits. What you got for damages?
7.
7 damages. Excellent. And your offhand? Strong hand, yeah. Strong bad.
And here we go for the stranger.
For the stranger? Oh my God. Your daggers are named Strong Hand and Stranger.
14.
That hits. We just named Aronon's daggers Strong Hand and Stranger.
4. So do I get the bonus? I do not, right?
You do not get the bonus, but you rolled a 4?
Yep.
Right. Oh, I love that. It's stuff like that. That's why we play the game, right there. That someone show title that one too. Strong Hand and the Stranger. Yeah. That's he's still standing and growling in front of you. He is ready to swing at you now because it is his turn. So that is he's got his claw-like thing. Ironically, he's got him on both hands, but he only swings once. It's kind of weird. The art doesn't match the character. That's a 10 to hit you.
10 does not hit me.
10 does not hit you. You're able to duck out of the way. Is he going to do anything else? Oh, crap. Oh, he should have done that. That would have been a fun thing to do. Yes, he is going to do that. Oh, wait. How long does that take? Oh, it's only one action. Holy cow. Okay. He swings at you, and then he turns back to look, having heard the combat behind him. He's actually going to disregard his own safety, and he's going to run back towards his friend. He's going to get about halfway there. So you get an attack of opportunity with your reaction if you'd like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. And
yes, please.
Again. Swing again with your main hand.
$23.
23, that hits.
For 5.
For 5. He kind of shrugs it off as he goes tearing away from you, and he moves halfway towards his fallen comrade.
Oh, she's down?
The other Ellie killed the other one.
Oh, I don't
describe the jaw coming away from the face and everything.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I must have been doing something else.
You were saying hi to
Oh, that's probably it. Yep. Every action has a repercussion, John.
I gotta not clap. I have a bad habit of clapping when I laugh, and it comes through on the mic pretty hot.
Who cares?
I just don't want to blow people's ears out. I know what it's like.
Make sure they're awake. That's what it does. It wakes them back up.
Exactly. Early morning wake up. So he tears off away. Ellie is going to move her spiritual weapon towards him, which it will get there. And she will spiritual weapon him. I just need to try and leave that up, I think. Oh, there it is. And the spiritual weapon misses on its way there. Ellie herself will be able to get to him because he moved back towards her because there's about 50 feet separating the two of you. So she runs up to him with her mace and swings at him with her mace and misses as well. So she is not enjoying her life right now. It's you, Aronan. You see, as he's moving, he's kind of readying some sort of spell.
That sounds like it's... So I want to... I'm going to run at him as fast as I can and slam myself into his back to knock him off his guard.
Yeah, so you're going to, I will give you, it will be an unarmed, you're going to try and knock him prone?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to allow you to do is make an unarmed attack, so it'll be your strength modifier that you use with it. You'll have advantage on the attack, and you will end up prone, whether you succeed or fail. If you succeed, he will be prone with you.
Ready? So I'm just getting... So since it's an unarmed strike, it's just +1, and it doesn't do any damage, right? According to my sheet.
Well, you're grappling, so it's basically what you're doing is you're grappling, and you want to knock him prone. So he would be grappled as well. You would be holding him down if you succeeded at this.
Okay.
Because you're taking a 30-foot run at him, I'm giving you advantage on this.
So I get 2 dice.
Yep. 2 d20s. +1 to hit.
What's a Keith Lee attack?
A Keith Lee attack? I think it's a wrestler. I don't know, though. Cooch is into that stuff.
Oh, I should give him the people's elbow. No.
You absolutely could.
No. What's the British Bulldog where he comes up behind him, grabs him by the back of the head, and slams him face first? I'm going to attempt the British Bulldog face slam.
Okay, so I'll give you a d4 of damage if you succeed, and he won't be grappled, but he'll be prone.
I'm so excited for this.
I hope this works. Actually, I hope you miss. This would be great if you miss.
16.
16. You take off at a dead sprint towards him, and you jump in the air and you wrap your almost like a reverse clothesline, and you just wham, slam his face to the ground. Go ahead and make a d4 of damage.
3.
3. He is prone. You are prone. It is his go. What you did is actually very, very good, because now he has to use half of his movement to stand up, which means he can only use half of his movement to get towards his comrade, which means he doesn't get there to do what he wants to do this turn. So,
spoiler alert, next time I'm doing the diamond cutter.
So he stands up and he moves, and actually he's gonna use his action to move again. So he does get there, but he cannot do anything else. Bless you. Is everything a normal color? All right. So he gets up and then double moves to get right next to his teammate. And it's kind of standing over her, and it looks like he's prepping some sort of spell to cast. Eliana is going to excuse me. She's going to use her spiritual weapon to attack him because he moved into range now. That's a 17. And that hits. So she does 7 points with her spiritual weapon. And then she is going to, because she's right there, take the mace to the face on him. This succeeds, which it does. All right, Norm, she has a mace. Keep that in mind as you describe how she kills him.
All
How
right.
does how does Eliana kill this fool?
So was she running up to him, or she was already standing there?
No, he ran up and ran to his teammate and looked like he was about to like put a hand on her to cast
Mm-hmm.
some sort of spell, and she kind of just took a step in and went
All right. So she was in the process of going like this, swinging it above her head.
single-handed. She has a shield.
Oh no. Oh.
Sorry.
All right. So she was swinging it around like this,
Yep.
and she did a spin move. So she did a complete 360 with all her effort, swung it as hard as she could,
Okay.
and it misted his head.
Blood spray, as they say in Hamilton. See the blood in the shit spray
Mm-hmm.
all over, and basically he collapses on top of his ally's body. And it's quiet in the woods around.
A little too quiet.
It's quiet uptown. Another Hamilton reference. Sorry. Hamilton is a thing.
Yeah, I need to watch that. We watched it last weekend, and I need to watch it again just to catch
Yes.
all the words.
Yes. We need to. Yes. Yes. I need to watch that again for sure. So, there are 2 dead bodies in front of you. You hear just normal the woodland sounds kind of
Loot the
return.
bodies.
Loot the bodies. What is on the bodies? Let's see. There's these gauntlet-y things, and now that you look at them, it's kind of it's leather that's tied to his arm. Kind of looks like a boar's head, inscribed in like branded into the leather,
Mm-hmm.
and it is like boar's tusks that come off the ends of these. So they're gauntlets basically. They're clawed gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
They each have 2 of those, one on each arm. They may be functional. You could give them a try. It's hard to say.
I'm gonna take those.
Okay. Other than that, they have everything seems to be kind of decorative. It's a leather robe, no like fur shawl. Eliana actually unclips the shawl from the female one and says it's been getting colder. Oh, this may actually come in helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And just tries to clean gets her canteen out and her water skin out, I should say, and is trying to clean some of the blood off of it. I can get someone to press to digitate these. I thought that in my head. I'm happy he said it in the chat.
Who is this Claude Gauntlets?
That's his name. That's the guy laying on the ground. His name was Claude Gauntlets.
So is there a specific name that I can search for to add to my?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to look at the weapons list.
We can add it later.
Yeah.
I'll just add it to my notes.
Yeah, just add it to your notes, and we'll add it in.
2 sets of Claude Gauntlets.
In parentheses behind it, put daggers, because they'll functionally be like daggers. So.
So is this something that I can wear and then still swing a sword? Or is that pretty much my only weapon if I have them on?
I would think you'd be able to still swing a sword with them on, looking at what it looks like. I totally think you'd be able to have a sword in your hand still. Not that you'd be able to use them all. I mean, if you're swinging a sword, your sword's going to be what you attack with.
What's the damage on them? Like, what do I get?
Functionally, they would be like a dagger.
Oh,
like
so it would be D4s.
Yeah, D4s. And work with your dexterity. They'd be light weapons.
Okay. Cool.
Finesse weapons. They would be light finesse weapons. Functionally a dagger.
Um. So that's all we found. Just the no money,
Yep.
no.
That's nope. No money on them. Um, the leather robes. Actually, there is a little pouch of stuff on their waist that you think is money at first, and you kind of pull it up and you open it up, and inside is a bunch of different little like strange little balls of. Oh God, let's see what would be in here. Let me look at this. Um, there's like these little sticks and bones that have been like carved with like little runes. Let's see what else is in there. It's the same thing. This would probably have something different. There's a bit of fur. There's some crystals in there. There's a small little rod of amber. And as you're going through it, you don't realize what it is. Oh, here's something you find, because he had this in his hand. You find a large diamond.
I'll take that.
That you estimate is worth 300 gold. Eliana when she sees that, she realizes what it is. She said, "Those are used for bringing people back from the dead. Like, you need one of those in order to revive people." I think he was going to try and revive her.
Do you know how they work? Is it something you can use?
Does she have Revivify? She does not have a Revivify yet. So she looks at you and says, I've been studying. I've been trying to learn how to do it. I don't know how to do it yet, but when the time comes, I will need one of those in order to do it. Just hang on to it for now. Don't sell that.
All right, I'm just gonna give her the pouch of stuff.
Oh, okay. You including the diamond or the?
Well, if she needs the diamond to do it, right?
Yep. She would at level 5. She'd have the ability to learn this spell, and I was planning on having her take it. And I didn't know how to get her a diamond though, so that answer has kind of been solved. If you give this one to her. So
that kills me. I want to keep it. I want to sell it, but I also want to live. And the way our journey goes, I may not.
When you hand her the diamond, she smirks at you and says, "Is this a proposition?" And then just kind of goes back to.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to shake my head at her and.
Wait. DM used the wrong word. Is this a proposal?
Oh,
not a proposition, a proposal.
That's the wrong word.
Completely different. Kind of different.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shake my head at her and walk away. I'm gonna go check the house.
She grins. You go check the house. The house is in remarkably good shape. It seems like something was cooking on the fire. In a as you go and look at it, it looks like it's some sort of stew. There's stuff out. It looks normal. Like they were actually just using it as a place to live, occupy.
So basically, they took over her house.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't planning on passing through. They just squatted.
Yeah. Make an intelligence check. Two. Yeah. You think they're just squatting. Let's see if Ellie would have put this together. Um, oh, intelligence. Where's the intelligence? Oh, she's got a +0.
Definitely
Nope.
not in my direction.
Nope. She's got. You guys think they're just squatting there?
She's as smart as I am.
Yep. She had a 4.
I had a
She's twice,
natural 1.
she's twice as smart as you.
I had a natural 1 with my +1 modifier.
At 4, that's not saying a lot. So you guys kind of explore, and there is some food there. You guys could rest there if you'd like.
Yeah, we're both a bit banged up, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll rest for the night.
Do you let's see, do you guys try the stew? There's a question. Do you partake in the food that has been placed before you?
Yeah, might as well. What's the worst that could happen?
Um, roll a d4 for me.
Oh, crap.
Before you roll it, choose high or low.
Hi.
High, okay.
I'm scared. 1.
1. Make a Constitution saving throw for me as you try the first.
Shit. Natural 20.
Natural 20. So 2 things happen. One, you feel something when it hits the back of your throat. There's a gag and a sensation you've felt before because you've dealt with this type of stuff. It is poisoned. You are able to fight it off, but you realize that this stew is been poisoned. And make an investigation check.
7.
7. You're kind of looking around. You're looking around to see if it's poisoned, they would have poisoned it quickly. And you're kind of looking around, and you look up at Ellie, and Ellie's got a little vial in her hand. And she said, "Do you think this is poisoned?"
Yeah, I would say it is.
I found this on the floor. Like they might have just thrown it in there and came out to help us or fight us. Help us.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you come in and have some stew?
Yeah. We killed the people who were inviting us for a nice home cooked dinner.
Yep.
How rude.
They were inviting you. They were going to have you for dinner.
Oh, stew is people?
Well, bad joke. Nope, I'm not going there.
Man, you're just holding back too much.
I was gonna say only if he has leprosy. This is why I held back, because we'll laugh about this for about 30 seconds. So,
Don't make me shut the stream down.
don't make me turn the car around. You realize you confirmed to her, yes, this is poisoned. Can she do anything about it being poisoned? No, she would have been able to save you had you gotten poisoned, but she does not have any purifying effects for that. So the stew is essentially not something you can partake in.
Stew is poison people. Got it.
Yep. Stew is poison people.
Did I take any damage on that, or did I save?
You saved.
Okay.
You saved. But you realized what it was because you've worked with poisons before.
Poisons are my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, maybe. Possibly.
So, maybe. Depends on what side of it you're on. The ingesting side or the application side. So we can take a long rest here.
Yes.
Which will be very much needed. Because Eliana's at 11 hit points and had 1 spell slot left that she was going to use to cast Lesser Restoration if you ended up poisoned.
Well then.
Let's see, long rest for you then. I should just be able to refresh you if you long rested yourself. Yep, cool. So then you take the long rest. Do you break into watches at all is the question.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take the first, and she can have a second.
Okay. Um, so throughout the night, you do hear outside what you believe to be the boars. Some of the boars come back because there were two other ones that were around, and they kind of snort through things, and then they end up leaving. Whether it was they found the bodies or whatnot, because you didn't do anything with them, you kind of left them out there. But they did not disturb you while you slept through the night.
So, boar. That makes me paranoid that boars is also people.
It's supposed to. That's why I did it. Supposed to get you wondering why. Well, wait a minute. How many boars are boars and how many boars are people? So you wake up in the morning. There's no action, no fighting during the night.
I'm actually gonna, before we leave the house, I'm going to tell Ellie that we need to move the bodies so that she doesn't come back to her house to just dead things in her yard.
She kind of cocks her head a little bit, and then you just see this little grin spread on her face that she never thought you were a truly horrible person, but this is a very thoughtful thing that she's witnessing in you, and you can see that on her face, and she's appreciative
Oh,
of you saying this, and
I'm
like
doing it because it's gross, not because it's nice to do. Don't you?
but it's for her. You and I can see this, and we know what it is. We see stuff like this regularly, but you thought of someone else.
Oh, don't be so surprised.
It's just nice to see.
Yeah.
Come on, let's move them. So she goes and helps you move the bodies. What do you guys do with them? Are you gonna bury them? The wolves come out. They're very interested in the dead bodies you're burying.
Apparently, yes, they are close by.
All they don't seem like full-grown wolves. They seem rather small. Like wolf pups almost.
Like loud, angry dogs in the next room. We're gonna move them in wherever there's thick growth, far away from the house. So,
Are you gonna bury them then, or are you gonna leave them exposed to the air?
I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. We're just gonna dump them.
Okay. So you go find a large, and Ellie actually helps you find a rather large bush that you can get them under where they aren't going to be visible, or but also they aren't going to be too much buried that something couldn't come and take them and drag them away. So, which is the way of nature. So Ellie isn't completely opposed to that.
All right, so I guess the next thing to do is just to head back and tell her that her house is cleared.
As you head back, sweating a little bit from moving the bodies, you notice the sun is out, and it's a bit warmer today than it has been. It's actually a really gorgeous day for the fall. Leaves are changing, some of them fluttering down occasionally as you walk through the woods. You get back to the cabin. So it's clear. Do we?
Let's talk to her first. So we'll go find what's her name, Coraline.
Coraline, yep.
So we'll go talk to her before we talk to the.
So you're gonna head back to the.
We're gonna go back to her lot. Yeah, wherever she. Well, we need to find her because she could have moved in the past day.
Yeah.
So we'll go find her wherever she's at.
Okay, so you take the day. What was it? A day's travel. Travel back
Something
to the
like that.
lodge.
Yep. Oh,
We'll say
and
it.
we took our horses with us, in case you were curious.
Okay. So you're able to travel back. The travel back is uneventful, and you do get back to the lodge. When you get back there, it's someplace I was not expecting to go today. Let me do this. Open up the lodge. Just remember all the people at the lodge. Um, the old man, I forget his name.
Corwin?
Yeah, he finds you right away. Or he sees you right away and he's, oh, welcome back. Did you go to the manse already then?
Yeah, we,
Really? Oh.
yep. We're looking for Coraline. Have you seen her?
Um, yeah, she's in her room. Eliana puts her hand on you for a second. Says, "We didn't go to the manse. We went and we cleared Coraline's
Oh, what was the
home.
manse?
The manse is the other place where, um, the mansion that is north of her home.
Oh, is that the haunted?
Yeah, that they were talking about.
Is that where you were expecting us to go?
That's where I thought you might have gone right away, but
I forgot about I forgot
nope.
that was even a thing.
No, that's okay. That's you. You don't always go where the DM thinks you're gonna go. Don't worry
No,
about it.
no, but
I just need
I
to
want to go check
adjust.
out the haunted mansion.
I just need to adjust. Well, you can get there tomorrow.
Yep. Uh,
What it is.
no, we needed to come back and talk to Coraline first before we head out there.
Um. So yes, he's. Oh, she's in her room. If you would like to go talk to her.
All right, we'll go do that. We'll be back.
Okay. So you knock on the door and she's like, oh, "Come in, come in."
All right, I'm gonna send Ellie in first.
Ellie in. So Ellie walks in first and she's Coraline. Yes, and she's sitting on the bed and she kind of turns and looks back to the door. How are you doing, my dear? This is so strange to have conversations with myself. I am good. You're back already. Is it safe? She kind of looks. She looks to the two of you, and Ellie's like, for the time being, yes, there were. I think they were druids that had taken up occupancy in your home. And she kind of, you see her nod and kind of lower her head, and she goes, I think they came down from the manse. I don't know if they were looking for a new place to live, or if they were just a scouting party.
Well, based on what they were doing, I'd say that they were moving in. Um, oh, by the way, don't eat the stew in your house. Oh, we forgot to throw that out.
She looks at you. She kind of looks at you quizzically for a moment.
Yeah, it's poison, so you'll probably want to dispose of that.
It's not gonna like do anything if I touch it, is it?
Nah, you'll just need to
Okay,
throw it
just
out in the woods or something.
as long as I don't ingest it.
Yep.
Maybe I can put it in a trough out for those damn boars that are all over the place.
That would be a fantastic idea.
They keep getting in my garden and eating my stuff. It's frustrating.
But yeah, so we took care of the two druids that were there. We'll go and check out the manse.
Okay.
But we wanted to be sure that you knew that you could go back into your house. If you wanted to.
If you have not been to the manse yet, I'm gonna wait until you guys come back. If no offense to you, but if you drive whatever's in the manse out of the manse and it ends up at my place, I don't want to go back and run into that, or have it driven towards me. Falcon's been and make an insight check.
Nat 20.
She says Falcon's been a gentleman, and there's this upturned smirk on her lip, and you think she's kind of taking a shine to him,
Mm-hmm.
like she may not go home, like,
Ever.
and she may have a new
Ear. Ear.
yeah, exactly. So, but right now she's using the manse as an excuse to stay here longer.
All right.
It's more of what it is than you think. She probably thinks she could go home and be all right, but she's using it as an excuse to stay here longer.
Fair enough. All right.
So, um, you gonna go check out the manse tomorrow or the next day?
So it took a day to get back, so we'll rest. Um, we might as well just go right away in the morning after we take a night's rest. We'll just actually let's find Falcon. See if he can tell us anything about the manse.
Okay. Um, Falcon, as you go and look around with him, you talk with Corwin, and you find Pell, the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
You actually find Pell first, and Pell is doing all kinds of sign language, and you're not picking up on what he's trying to say to you. And he just
Yeah.
kind of
We'll follow. Yeah.
come here. And he finds Corwin, and then he walks up to Corwin. And he starts doing all this sign language, and you're like, what? And Corwin's like, yes, I will tell them. Falcon went hunting. He'll be back soon, I would believe. It's getting close to nightfall, but
Okay. So we're just gonna hang out in the lodge. Then we're gonna grab some food and
some food.
wait for Falcon to come back.
After about an hour, he does come back. He's got a wolf over his shoulder.
As one does.
Yep, and he brings it in the kitchen, kind of flops it down in the kitchen, comes back out with a kind of wiping his hands off and stuff, and pulls his wine skin and sits down at the table with you. Corwin says, you got some questions about the manse. You didn't go there yet?
No, we wanted to make sure that Coraline knew that her house was kind of safe to go back to. She's gonna stick around here for a while yet until we go hit the manse up.
Make another insight check.
1.
Okay. Where's Ellie? Does Ellie pick up on this? Oh, she might. Yeah, she does. She kind of smiles. You see, you turn and look at Ellie, and why you don't actually pick up on what's coming off from him during this conversation. She's smiling, like kind of giddy little girl smile. And it's kind of distracting you as you're having this conversation. But Falcon continues on about the manse. And that's I got the wrong thing here. This is the one I wanted. I was looking at the hunting lodge. I'm like, why does this look weird? He tells you that it's old. The ceilings within are like 8 feet or so tall. There's ivy covering all the walls. It's grown up over it. You should be able to climb it. He know? Let me see. I can make a die roll here. See if he actually knows this next bit. Yeah, he does. He warns you to be careful if you're climbing in the ivy. That you could end up poisoned if you don't avoid the flowers in the ivy. So
Good to know.
The most of the Most of the glass has been broken out of all the windows, but some of the windows are shuttered. You take special note of that with your last interaction with shuttered windows.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he just can explain to you where it is.
Okay.
And
Do
yeah.
we need a map to get there, or are you gonna? Do we need to line up 4 trees and pee into the wind again?
No, there's a trail. There's a trail that leads right to it. This was someone's home a long time ago.
All right.
So if you follow, yeah, God, I went very proper accent with him suddenly. He's not a proper accent guy. He's a woodsman.
Give me some Cockney.
Uh, so yeah, there's a trail. This was someone's home a good long while ago. The trail is still clear. It rolls by there. Most people avoid using it. There is an alternate trail now that runs around it. So if you would like, just take the trail west away from the lodge. It will eventually run past it. When you see the trail diverge into two paths, nowadays take the one that looks like it was less traveled by, and that one will lead you to the woodland manse. I've also heard the road less traveled by makes all the difference. So, for what that's worth. Famous poet in Neverwinter said that once.
I'll take your word for it.
Eliana looks at him and says, "You're into poetry then?" He kind of blushes a little. It's a pastime. You just shake your head at him.
Yep, I'm just whatever.
When he says that to Ellie and he sees you shaking your head, and he kind of sits up straighter and grabs his wine flask and takes a good slug off of it and sits in a more. So you're leaving tomorrow then?
Yep. First thing in the morning, we're gonna go and check out the manse and see what it is we can find.
Well, if you get it clear, let me know. That's knowing that is clear would be a may allow for it'd be a good lookout place for sure.
All right. Well, you know what they say: knowing's half the battle. Go, Joe.
Yeah, that always confused me. I don't know what the other half is. It's just the fighting, right?
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I just figured I was always on the up and up if I knew. But what's the other half? Oh, just the fighting. That makes sense. All right. So you guys rest the night at the lodge. Get up in the morning, have a breakfast that is laid out by Corwin. Coraline is at the table eating breakfast. And so is Falcon. And they seem to be talking. You have breakfast and get on horseback, I imagine, to head out to the manse.
Yep. We're going to ride the horses to the manse.
As you travel along the road, Ellie says, "What do you think of the two of them?"
I don't.
I said that they're clearly they're smitten with each other. It's all over both their faces.
What
Did
does
you?
what does it have to do with us?
It's cute. God, you amaze me sometimes.
I'm
You're
good.
so caring. You're so caring in one moment, then just so cold in the next.
Not cold. It's just that doesn't matter. Why would I care about that?
It's love, Aronan.
Woo.
Make an insight check.
15.
She seems clearly disappointed when you do that.
Well, sorry. That's
She gets very quiet. She doesn't say anything, but she kind of turns and looks away. And
how does any of that information help us on our path to the manse right now? Like that's a distraction.
that's how it helps. It's a distraction.
Nope. Don't get distracted. You get dead.
It's what we're fighting for. It's the goodness in the world that we see.
I have a note that says I'm fighting for money.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And yes, money is needed. It's not just the money, though, Aronan. It's never just the money. The money is a means to an end.
It's kind of about the money.
It's the money, yeah, for food and shelter and
Fun.
horses and gear. Fun, yes. But isn't it fun to see someone fall in love?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, the manse. We got to watch out for the flowers if we're climbing the ivy. I don't know if I want to climb the ivy. Although, if this is as big as they say it is, we may have to climb depending on the state of stairs.
Yeah. uh, I'm just awkward right now because I just don't know what to say. Just because she's being weird.
Aronan has been brought low, voiceless by a woman.
It's awkward because
This is a new.
It's not something it's not something I care about, but I don't want to piss her off too much.
Yeah, because she's only saved your ass a couple of times.
Yeah, she's kind of important in this trip.
You know, I don't know if I love her, but she has saved my ass.
Okay.
In her monologue of Aronan.
Yeah, tell her whatever she needs to hear.
Just keep me going. So your day of travel goes by. It's another nice day, like it was one of those warm fall days where you go, gosh, is summer actually over or is it still summer? As you approach on the trail through the woods, you come to a it's really interesting because it kind of slopes down and is it's kind of foggy. This clearing that opens up on the right hand side of the path, and you see this crumbling 2-story mansion that is, it looks like it was made out of ivy. The ivy is so overgrown it, and you can see these small yellow flowers in the ivy all over the sides of the house. There is a foundation that you can see through the ivy, like a stone foundation below the mansion and stairs leading up to it. There's a balcony above the main entrance. There's a bunch of pumpkin patches. Like you see these large, bright orange pumpkins laying in these, several of them, all around this mansion. There are these pumpkin patches. And you see boars eating the pumpkins.
Like lots and lots and lots.
Well, you see about 3 or 4 of them from where you're at right now, and they don't seem to. The one kind of looks up and snorts at you, and then kind of goes back to eating this pumpkin that's kind of broken in, and he's just mowing on the thing. Seems very pleased with himself.
Do we see any movement from inside? Do we notice anything from inside?
Make a perception check.
Oh, come on. 8.
8. You do not see any movement from inside at all. Yep, you count 4 boars in the front. They all seem to be eating and paying no real close attention to you. More concerned about their food.
I'm going to look at Ilyana and say, boars as people?
We should approach cautiously if they are. Do you want to...
I kind of feel like we should get rid of them. If you catch my drift.
I was just going to ask, do we just... God, I hate just killing needlessly, but...
I'm with you on that thought. That is something we can agree on. Yeah, let's... I think we have to.
Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. So how do you approach the boars? Is the question.
How far away are they?
At this point, you're probably about 50 feet away from them. That isn't what I want to do.
I think I'm going to get within 30 feet just so I have a better shot at hitting them. And I'm just going to start flinging arrows at them.
Are you going to sneak in?
Yes, that would probably be a wise choice.
Okay, so make a stealth check. As you guys back out of range to have this discussion.
Natural 1.
Nat 1. As you go, you come around from a different angle to try and approach this. And you're walking, you step on a twig and it snaps. And all the boars kind of look up at you. And they run around to different places further away. And then start eating again. When they don't see you necessarily as a threat. So they're still about 50 feet away from you.
Let's try that again. There we go. That was stealth, right?
Yes.
25.
25. So you get up and come around move back deeper into the woods and get out of sight and move around from a different angle. You're actually coming in from the north, and I will get you a map for this for next week.
Okay.
And you are able to get within 30 feet. Now, when you come around from this angle, there is another boar as well that you hadn't realized before. That's kind of around the backside of the house.
Is that closer than the other ones?
No, it's actually further away. You can only see 2 of the initial 4 you saw. So you see 3 right now. One of them is different from the other ones you saw. Still looks the same. It's just another boar. You know that, this one was not.
All right. Well,
They don't notice you.
I'm going to take a shot at the closest one.
Okay.
$18
That will hit
for 7.
for 7 points of damage. When you hit that one, it squeals. The other 2 take off running. That one kind of hobbles away about 20 feet and looks like it's still trying to run, but it's not doing so very successfully. You hit it in the shoulder, and it's impeding its running. If you want to shoot again, you may.
Yep. Natural 1. So,
that one.
Yeah, 7.
Your arrow slings up, and for whatever reason, you're tracking it, and it hit a tree nearby, and boom.
You can't see. Snake eyes.
That is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Awful. It moves another 20 feet away.
So I'm at 70, so it's still within my range.
Yep.
There we go. Nat 20.
Nat 20? Oh, okay. I'm not even going to make you roll the damage unless you really want to see the number.
I rolled a 3, so 7 plus whatever.
Yep. So how do you kill this one?
Yeah, it just boing, 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 boing. Arrow goes back and forth, and it just flops.
So that boar has died off to the east a bit, and the other ones went running off into the woods off to the east. You don't see any boar around. Eliana has she's monitoring the door. She's watching the door to this place. She agreed to let you go
dispatch
some of these. She knew she wouldn't be very quiet approaching. Decided to leave it to the stealthier folks.
All right, I'm gonna head back by her.
Okay. What happened? I saw a couple of them go running off.
Yeah, it took me a couple shots to get one.
You're getting rusty.
Not rusty.
All right. Doesn't look like anything's happening inside.
Yeah, so you heard all the squealing, so whatever is inside should, I would assume, have come to take a look.
Yeah. I haven't seen any movement, though. It may be clear.
Let's give it another hour and just watch. And then we can head in.
Okay. Let me see. If you watch for an hour, what will you see? Make a perception check. Watching for an hour.
15.
15, and she is going to have 17. And, she had a 23. She rolled the 17. You guys do see movement inside. You definitely see movement inside. You count over the course of the hour 3 different occurrences where there was movement inside the building. Best you could tell, humanoid. Other than that, you didn't get a real clear view through the ivy. The ivy has kind of overgrown the windows, but you did see movement past the windows. So it's something that is tall enough to be visible through a window and kind of looked humanoid from the silhouette that you were able to see.
Okay. All right. I think this is probably a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have a map next week, I'd like to see the map.
Yeah. I'll get you the map. In fact, I can send you the map now. And I will send you the map I can send you the one with all the markings. No, I can't. Boo. I'll send you the one without the markings, which is this one. It doesn't work. Boo. How do I do this again? Save images.
All right, for everybody who's listening, go to timemnorm.showbot.tv. Vote for our show titles. We have 3 in there right now.
Let's see, where is that link? That link is in the chat, and
it is.
That's gotta be the title. Sorry. I like that title a lot. So I did send you the map. You can get a look at that for next week. Determine how you want to approach. You are currently on the western side in the tree line looking at the front porch. So if you look at that.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I'll add it to our screen here for next week.
Yep. And we'll explore the woodland manse next week. as yeah,
Exciting.
yeah. Had some fun this week for sure.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna start to get creative with my attacking.
Oh, absolutely. Do the. I mean, you being able, yeah, yeah. Now that you've done a wrestling move, what other wrestling moves do you want to try, Norm? That actually, and that mattered. If you don't do that in that moment and knock him prone, he is able to get to his friend and cast the Revivify, and then you're dealing with two of them again. So that could have been could have been it would have been a very different encounter the rest of the way out. Have a good week, everybody.
Yes.
Did you run through all the Twitter?
No, I did not. So 2nerds1quest on Twitter, Tom M. Norman at JC or at Wildfire1265. Yeah, I'm starting to remember that real quick.
Yep, Wildfire1265. At DMJC3 on TikTok. There's not a ton.
Oh, you're one of them?
Yeah, I'm playing my guitar there, and there's a lot of cool D&D TikTok. Like, if you get into the D&D TikTok stuff, there is some cool ass stuff out there. People duetting and stuff, and I may start poking in that stuff.
You're gonna force me to download that, aren't you?
It is a tremendous. Have you ever gone down a YouTube rabbit hole?
I have.
It's a really bad style rabbit hole because the videos are less than a minute long, so you just keep scrolling and you don't think time's going by. Next thing you know, you have batteries dying on your phone and you look at the clock and it's 2 a.m. So I
am the curmudgeonly old man who poo-poos.
Trust me, there's a lot of it that is just wasteland bullshit, but if you can find the gold there, it's worth being on the app.
Yeah, but it means you have to slog through the bullshit.
Eventually you get to the point where you're liking people and then people are duetting people and you go, oh, well, that person's doing some interesting stuff, so you start following them as well. And then eventually your follow list ends up being what you interact with and not your For You page, which then it's all people that you've said, yes, you make good stuff, I want to watch your shit. So
that sounds like so much effort.
Yeah. I'm playing my guitar on there and rarely singing. So
maybe I'll hop on to see what you're doing.
I've made three TikToks. Exactly 3.
No more, no less. The number shall be 3.
One was, and actually I'm doing it.
4 being too many, 2 being not enough.
No, my daughter wanted to sing on there, and she's like, "Dad, can you play the guitar and then I'll sing?" And I'm like, "Sure." So we did "Ocean Eyes" by Billie Eilish was the first one we did. I don't know which one she wants to do next, but doing that. I did.
If it wasn't for your daughter, I would have to be disappointed in the fact that you're A, on TikTok, and B, doing Billie Eilish.
Oh, come on. Billie Eilish is amazing.
I don't listen. I'm not familiar, just mainly because I don't listen to the radio at all.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's a bit judgy of me, but
yes, it is, you judgmental bastard.
I kind of am.
I wouldn't want you any other way, Norm.
It's like a big hug over the internet.
Yeah, exactly. All right, all. Have yourself a good week, and we will talk to you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming around, people.